What is a smart city? At CityFront, we believe it's about the smart use of data and information. CityFront is a smart city integration platform that makes citizen engagement with City Hall more efficient. Built on a zero-code platform, CityFront uses AI to automate city services while analyzing data sets to predict patterns and trends that will help the city make information-driven decisions for the future. For example, cities want smart parking to drive business downtown. Looking for somewhere to park in your community? Just tell our app your destination and we'll immediately direct you to the nearest parking spot in real time. Cities also manage a myriad of service deliveries, such as the often lengthy permit process, which frustrates the city and the citizen. Instead, the CityFront app does the heavy lifting. Citizens just tell the app what they are trying to do. Saying, "Remodel my home," will search and display the proper permits on your smartphone. But even better, we have trained a digital worker, a robot, to find this information that's needed to fill out a permit request instantly and accurately. Applicants probably don't know their square footage or lot size or tax parcel ID number, but that's okay. We'll find it with the CityFront app. The app automatically submits the permit to the city's permitting system, saving the city and the citizen time, money, and frustration. CityFront also makes reporting everyday items like potholes, graffiti, and high grass automatic, eliminating the need for phone calls to City Hall. Simply take a picture and hit submit. That's it. The app does the rest. We recognize the image. We know the department that image should be sent to. We automatically create a work order within that department's legacy system. We also believe a smart city is a city that listens. That's why we built a proprietary natural language processing engine that allows the citizen to ask the city a question, and we will return the answer right there on the screen of their smartphone. Where is the library? Who is the mayor? When will the city pool open? Or how do I pay my bill? No more endless searches on the city's website, trying to fumble through a clumsy mobile version of the city's website, or making phone calls to City Hall. Just ask. A smart city can also use current industry technology for more efficient asset management. With our CityFront Augmented Reality Toolkit, city staff can very quickly view subsurface water, sewer, and storm lines on their device, seen directly through the ground. They can tap on the phone to get real-time data for each subsurface asset. CityFront, connecting community through a smart platform that makes city engagement more efficient and effective, empowering cities to plan for the future based on smart data. Now that is a smart city, and that is CityFront. Good afternoon. I'm Brian Davis with CityFront Innovations, and I'm so happy to have this opportunity to share what we have been able to accomplish. I want to thank the Dallas Innovation Alliance for believing in us early on and giving us a spot in their technology incubator, and also Texas A&M University, who has entrusted us as the platform for their Endeavor Smart City project. And I would encourage you to take a look at that, and would be happy to put you in touch with Dr. Wei Lee over at Texas A&M University. They're doing some amazing things, and we're happy to be a part of it. Steve Denny is my business partner at CityFront, and several years ago came to me and we were talking about this zero-code platform and how it could automate and streamline a lot of city services and a lot of city practices. And we came up with this idea to connect communities. And CityFront is the way that you can connect your community, whether you live in a city, work in a city, work for a city, or play in that city. There is a one app concept that we have created that will allow a citizen to effectively and quickly engage with their city. Out of the box, we created a 311 app that would use artificial intelligence and technologies such as image recognition that would allow a citizen to take a picture of a pothole or graffiti. The app itself would immediately recognize the image, geotag the location that the picture was taken. And then by hitting submit, we will connect with various legacy systems to create that work order and streamline that process until that service request is completed. We also felt that a smart city was one that listened, and so we built a natural language processing engine that works very similar to Siri or Alexa, although it's specific to city content. And we ingest all of the data on a city's website and external links, and can create and bring back very, very precise and accurate responses to the citizens' questions. Where can I park for this event? What's going on at City Hall this week? Where is the library? When does the pool close? When does the pool open? Who's my council member? Instead of fumbling through a clumsy mobile version of a city website or calling the city hall, a citizen can now just ask the app whatever they want, and we bring back that question immediately, or that answer immediately. We also believe that a smart city is one that connects and engages with its community, and with our real-time voice interpretation service, a city can now do that in over 235 languages. So imagine a police officer pulling over a citizen that's speaking Cantonese. The app hears Cantonese being spoken and immediately calls upon a live interpreter that's looking at the person, looking at the police officer, and they're having a three-way conversation, both in English and in Cantonese. It's an amazing technology. It's being used right now by CVS and Walmart, school districts, cities, counties, and some of the largest hospitals in the country like Cook County. We also believe that paying bills should be a little bit easier for a citizen. Sometimes a city will have a permitting vendor that processes payments for that technology, and then you have a water utility billing technology where I may have a different ID and password, and what we do is connect all of those data points so that a citizen, instead of having to go to various websites and have different IDs and passwords, they can go to their app, they can say, pay my bill, and we know all of your upcoming or past due payments, and with one button you can pay for everything. The city of McKinney felt that they had a parking problem, and not that they didn't have parking spaces, but people didn't know where to park if street parking was fully occupied on weekends and busy times. So, using video analytics and on-edge computing devices, we have created the ability for a McKinney citizen to go to their app, speak to their destination, or type in where they'd like to go around town. And we will navigate them to the nearest street parking spot. And if street parking is going to be full, then we can spill them over into parking lots and garages nearest their destination with a text to some volunteer folks that drive golf carts around that will tell them, hey, Brian is going to restaurant ABC and he just parked in this garage in this spot. And I can actually be taxied to the restaurant. So it's just a way to get people to come downtown, stay downtown, and spend money. I can quickly go to the app before I leave for my restaurant or my store that I'd like to go to, and I can see if parking is good or bad based on a red or green icon, and then I can even see how full the various parking lots and garages are in downtown McKinney. For the city of Austin, they had asked us to create a quicker and easier process to do residential remodel permits. So right now they had a fairly cumbersome PDF that needed to be filled out. It would sit at City Hall for some period of time until someone would look at it, and inevitably data was not entered that needed to be, and they would have to call the citizen back, and back and forth it goes. Well, using robotic process automation, we were able to create a digital worker. And this digital worker would fill out the PDF because the digital worker knows where the various information data sets live. And we train that digital worker to log into the database and populate that PDF. So it looks a little bit like this. All I do is type in my address. So if I'm having a garage sale, I type in the address. From this point forward, the digital worker knows that I'm trying to have a garage sale. So it fills in the tax parcel ID. It fills in my lot size. It fills in whether or not I'm in a historic district. And then on the back end, what you're seeing now is the digital worker fully filling out the PDF. And once that's completed, the PDF is sent to the proper folks in the permitting department, and they can either accept it or reject it. But there's no inaccuracies, no blanks left unfilled, and it absolutely streamlines that process. CityFront has also partnered with a leading GIS and augmented reality leader, and we have created some unbelievable experiences for city workers when trying to get a better feel for subsurface infrastructure. I'll fast forward through just a little bit for time's sake, but you can use a holographic lens or you can just use your phone. And you can see now where water and sewer lines reside below the ground, within 1 millimeter of accuracy. Through the technology, you can access the back-end legacy systems, and you can control the PSI and other data sets that you would otherwise have to do from an office. Here are a few of our partners at CityFront. I mentioned Texas A&M earlier, and then Dallas Innovate. We're Esri partner, Blue Prism with our RPA, VGIS, and Edge Tensor, Microsoft Azure. And this is perhaps the most complete picture of CityFront. If you think of us, we're sort of the hub of everything. We're the middle of the wagon wheel here. And we have the ability to, through RPA, through REST APIs and flat files and SOAP APIs, we are able to create smart permits, unified bill pay, video language interpretation, smart parks and rec experiences, smart 311, smart Freedom of Information Act. But it all starts with our platform, which is also our app. Here are some of our customers in North Texas. And I would love to provide any further information that you might need about CityFront or our technologies. And I'm happy to put you in touch with other cities that have trusted us to create their connected community mobile app. I'm Brian Davis with CityFront, and thank you so much for your time.